was a toxic fear, there was uncertainty. There was no protection from anyone, not Mr. Matthews, not Mr. Tebele, not Mr. Motsoeneng, and it was a very, very difficult situation to work in.
The years of Motsoeneng's controversial reign at the SABC recalled with accuracy, during his volatile tenure, news credibility sank to the new lows as journalists were fired, silenced, or transferred. Protest visuals were also banned from being aired.
Mr. Motsoeneng started in saying we are cleaning up the organization. People are doing their own stuff. There are many journalists outside that want to work for the SABC. The environment outside is bad.
During those forgettable days, editorial interference was the norm. The commission heard.
Mr. Motsoeneng said, but I don't believe in research. He said you must defend the organization. No journalist is independent. The CEO has a final responsibility for news, which was also strange to me because the CEO has got nothing to do with news. The COO is the Chief Operating Officer, which deals with operations, and the CEO is the editor-in-chief. It was only shortly after that we realized that Mr. Motsoeneng changed the editorial policy.
Former SABC GCEO Hlaudi Motsoeneng also testified. She detailed how she had clashed with the then board chair Ellen Chabalala and Motsoeneng. This led to her eventual resignation.
Attempts to push me out had been going on for quite a while. I think at least 3 times. There were rumors swirling around the organization that I was going to be suspended or was going to be fired, and there were lots of lies that were being said about me.
The main bone of contention, the controversial deal between the SABC 24-hour news channel and MultiChoice.
People then rushed off and decided that there was approval they could go ahead and sign. So it was entered into unlawfully, just from that perspective, failure to adhere to process.
In a brief appearance, SABC's human resource head, Jonathan Tekiso, detailed how senior SABC staff were paid millions after their contracts were terminated.
The amount is 102,403,331.97.
Is that the total amount paid to various employees whose contracts were terminated in certain circumstances during a certain period?
That's correct, yes.
The commission resumes on Thursday. It has set aside this week to probe state capture at the public broadcaster. Ntlantla Kgatlhane, SABC News, Johannesburg.